We're getting ready for the next City Council meeting set for 6 p.m. on Tuesday, September 21st of this year. From Farmers Branch City Hall, this is Council Countdown here on FBTV. Hello again, everyone. I'm Jeff Brady. Thank you for joining us. During the next few minutes, we're going to review the City Council agenda for this upcoming meeting and hopefully provide you with a little bit of context as to what will be taking place. First, after a report on study session, members of the council will consider 4 items on the consent portion of the agenda. Agenda item I-1 is to consider approving the minutes for the last City Council regular meeting that was held September 7th. Agenda item I-2 is to consider approving a resolution authorizing an interlocal cooperation agreement for a mental health and justice system assessment conducted by the Meadows Mental Health Policy Institute between the cities of Addison, Carrollton, Coppell, Farmers Branch, and Dallas County. Now, this group of cities, along with the Dallas County Criminal District Attorney's Office, are entering into an interlocal cooperation agreement for mental health and justice systems assessment. So this agreement allows for a study to determine a systematic approach to provide mental health services and to reduce the need for emergency services and first responders for those in mental health crisis. Each of these area cities will enter into an agreement with Meadows Mental Health Policy Institute to provide a study that would provide recommendations for prevention-oriented mental health services. The initial agreement will be for a period of 12 months, 1 year, and each city will pay a portion of the cost through a phased approach. The City of Farmers Branch, along with Addison, Carrollton, and Coppell, will each pay an equivalent portion of the cost for services of approximately $25,000 each, and then Dallas County will pay $200,000 toward the total $300,000 cost of the study. And City Administration recommends approving this resolution. But to help us better understand this concept, Deputy Chief Eric Stokes is with us today in studio. So, Chief, thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure being here.
It's a big issue. It's a nationwide issue. But why is this study an important one for the City of Farmers Branch to be involved in?
So the City of Farmers Branch recognized the need for a regional and a systemic approach to recognizing problem-oriented mental health services. And we've reduced the use of emergency and first responder services. And so that's why we're doing this study.
Okay. So it's really a information gathering.
That's correct.
Concept.
That's
okay.
correct.
Yeah. What, to your mind, and I know you're not a mental health professional, but what are prevention-oriented mental health services?
So that's correct, Jeff. We are not, law enforcement officers are not mental health professionals. Right. So basically what that preventative-oriented mental health services is to let the professionals go out there and make contact when it's safe to do so. And sometimes they could be accompanied by an officer if needed, but that's what we want. We want the professionals to go out there to make contact with the individuals first.
And this would help our first responders by maybe bringing in someone to the team who specializes in mental health, who can identify those issues? That's
correct. We could have a mental health professional who can identify, make the diagnosis, and get the treatment and the resources that the people need right away.
Instead of expecting our officers to do everything.
That's correct.
Yeah. Have you seen other police departments who have made strides in this arena, who are doing some of these things?
So this is the new model, and this is the model that's been happening with the preventative-oriented mental health, and they've been having teams going together. So that's why we want to engage into this study to see where we want to go and what we can do from there. To maybe, yes, it's been a successful model for other agencies, and we want to do the same thing.
So because we're partnering with the county and with other sister cities, does that mean that the solution or the implementation might be a partnership approach too?
Yes, that's correct. Possibly we were looking into our MetroCrest area agencies and seeing what we can do to see if we can partner together.
Okay. So we'll know more when the study comes in.
That's correct.
And do you know if it's going to be a year-long study?
I do not know.
Okay.
Not at this time, I don't know.
Okay, but we'll know more then.
That's correct.
Okay, Chief Stokes, well, thank you for joining us.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here.
Agenda item I-3 is to consider approving a resolution authorizing our city manager to purchase an elevated landfill gas flare, blower, and accessory equipment from John Zink Hamworthy for an amount not to exceed $161,000. Now, the background on this one, the Camelot landfill takes in residential, commercial, and industrial waste from surrounding cities. And over time, bacteria decomposes the organic material into solid waste, which produces landfill gas as a byproduct. This is common in landfills. Landfill gas is composed of methane, carbon dioxide, and a multitude of other chemicals. But depending on the concentration of methane, landfill gas can be explosive or at least flammable. Therefore, landfill owners and operators are required to control and mitigate the dangers of that landfill gas. The City of Farmers Branch accomplishes this with the construction of a collection system composed of a series of pipes and sumps connected to large blowers, which then pull the landfill gas to an elevated flare that occurs when the landfill gas to energy system is down for maintenance. The flare combusts the methane in the landfill gas to carbon dioxide, which is a less potent greenhouse gas. The city installed a landfill gas collection system at the Camelot landfill in the early 1990s as a means of controlling this landfill gas production. The flare system installed at the time was a John zinc flare system, but since that time the landfill disposal footprint that we use has increased, and correspondingly so has the gas collection system to control the gas produced by the more recently deposited solid waste. So with the most recent landfill gas system expansion, the amount of gas produced, as you would imagine, exceeds the capacity of the existing flare. So here we are. The larger flare needs to be installed. Because the existing flare system is a John zinc system, the city will purchase a larger John zinc elevated flare as well as an additional blower, an associated blower, and flare components so it all works seamlessly with the existing system. The result is a sole source procurement requirement, and city administration recommends approving this resolution. And agenda item I-4 is to consider approving an ordinance approving an annual update of the service and assessment plan for the assessment roll for Mercer Crossing Public Improvement District. Now, City Council approved resolution number 2017-028 on February 14th, Valentine's Day of 2017, to provide the establishment of Mercer Crossing Public Improvement District in accordance with a petition request from a property owner representing greater than 50% of the property within the requested district. State law requires that the service and assessment plan associated with the district be updated and reviewed annually. So at this meeting, the City Council will consider approval of an annual update of the service and assessment plan and the assessment roll for public improvements within that district for the next fiscal year, 2021 through 2022. And City Administration recommends approving this ordinance. So, those are the 4 items. That's it for the consent agenda. Here are the other items coming up before the council on the regular portion of the agenda. Agenda item J1 is to conduct a public hearing and consider adopting ordinance number 3700 for a specific use permit and associated detailed site plan for a restaurant with drive-through service on an approximate 4.84 acre property located at 13005 Josie Lane. Agenda item J2 is to conduct a public hearing and consider adopting ordinance number 3701, amending the comprehensive zoning ordinance, including but not limited to Article 5.5 Beer and Wine Sales Overlay District and Article 5.6 Alcohol Beverage On-Premise Overlay District to include both overlay districts. And also agenda item J3 is to conduct a public hearing to consider adopting a property tax rate of 0.589. Agenda item K1 is to consider adopting ordinance number 3697, amending the Farmers Branch Code of Ordinances, Appendix A, the fee schedule, related to various fees and address needed changes to rates and fees associated with a broad range of city services. And then agenda item K2 is to consider adopting ordinance number 3698, approving and adopting the city's fiscal year 2021 through 2022 operating and capital improvement program budget and strategic plan, and then amending the city's fiscal year 2020 through 2021 operating and capital improvement budget. Agenda item K3 is to consider approving resolution number 2021-112, ratifying the property tax revenue increase reflected in the fiscal year 2021 through 2022 budget. That's next year's budget. And agenda item K4 is to consider adopting ordinance number 3699, accepting the tax year 2021 certification of appraisal roll, and to levy and adopt the tax rate for fiscal year 2021 through 2022. That's a mouthful. In addition, the council may recess into closed session as usual, but will then reconvene into regular session to take any necessary action. So for more information on those items, or if you'd like to review the full agenda, you can always log on at farmersbranchtx.gov. And that will do it for the upcoming September 21st agenda in the City Council chambers. Every regular meeting of the Farmers Branch City Council can be seen live here on FBTV, that is Spectrum Channel 16 in Farmers Branch, AT&T UVerse Channel 99 throughout the entire DFW Metroplex, or you can always find it online at our website, farmersbranchtx.gov. And this meeting will also be streamed live on Vimeo and our YouTube channel. This specific program, Council Countdown, will be made available simultaneous to agenda posting on the Friday before each regular City Council meeting, and it'll air live prior to the live meeting, as well as before all council meeting replays here on FBTV. And that replay schedule is 6 p.m. 7 days a week. In the meantime, the September 21st meeting of the City Council is scheduled to start at 6 p.m. this Tuesday evening at Farmers Branch City Hall. Please note that all meetings are subject to change, so be sure to check the city's website for updates, or you can call us at 972-247-3131 for more information. Until then, I am Jeff Brady. You're watching continuing coverage of the Farmers Branch City Council here on FBTV. Please stay with us.